Hello dear YouTubers, today we're gonna do just a quick review on Fab Defense Scorpus PS9, okay, polymer retainable double magazine pouch. Now what I have on the table itself, I got 5 different mags from 5 different brands. I got a pouch itself, got some 5 dummy rounds, just 2 screwdrivers, and 2 single pouches from Phobos and from Blade Tap. Now I'm gonna load up each magazine with 1 dummy round, and I'm gonna speak about the magazines for a second. From right to left, you got Israeli-made Ellender CZ75 with a logo. Okay, right over here. We got a 18-rounder original CZ Shadow. We got a CZ75, the original magazine with this dent right over here. And this is how you can tell that this original CZ mag was original base pad. It's 16 rounder, this is 18 rounder, and this is 17 rounder. Now I got a original Tanfolio mag with Fab Defense bump pad on it. This is the Tanfolio mag that will come in your normal Tanfolio Mossad, the older models, you name it, it's 17 rounder. 9mm, of course, all the magazines, and this is the Megger magazine with a base pad. So, 5 different magazines that are ready to be inserted. So we will test the Fab Defense Scorpus PS9 polymer double stack magazine pouch. Now the pouch itself has 2 compartments that can contain 2 magazines with the retention device and the adjust device. The retention device is pretty simple. If you have your belt and you want to insert it, so this is your retention device. Now you can see that the belt enters on those belt loops. You can adjust these loops by unscrewing counterclockwise those 2 screws, and here you go. You got this part that moving up and down, and if you have different size of a belt, you just adjust it, close the screw, close the second one. Okay, and voila. And if you tighten them high enough, the belt will move pretty hard. Now, from the compartment point of view, we'll take just 2 different mags, Ellender 17 rounder and CZ Shadow, and you have yourself an adjustment tab right over here. You just press on the Scorpus pouch and you just move it down, and magazines will be in and out freely, or you can tighten them up all the way and the magazines will be very tight inside. Okay, now those 2 magazines are in and out just fine. This is the original CZ75 16 rounder with Shadow 18 rounder. As you can see, in and out tightly. Again, I can adjust and I will just take it 2 down, and the magazine will match more freely with in and out. Here we go. Now, put those 2 aside. let's take this is a 10 folio and 16 rounder of CZ, totally fine. And we'll take a maker and Ellinger, also fine. So all the 5 magazines will fit into this mag pouch. Again, you can tighten them up by all the way, and then it goes in and out pretty heavily. The Scorpus comes with 2 different belt solutions, okay? So you got a adjustable loop with this tab up and down, but if you need it with attachment in a much faster and easier way, you can use the paddle. Just like many holsters these days have paddles, and you just take your belt, sorry about that, take your belt, you just tab it in, right, and your belt is right over here. So to replace that, all that you have to do is take out some screws. There are 4 of them. Now what I have forgot to say is that this mag pouch has the ability to give an angle for you to carry. What I mean is by just tightening those 4 screws, the inner screws, and you can move and give an angle. So now you have it with an angle. That is done for personal preferences of some people, and if that's a feature, that's a good feature. I mean, I may think of some of the usages that I may want the magazine going to be further to the left or further to the right. So if it's a feature, I'll take it. When you look, by the way, at the paddle, you can see that you have a cut right over here and right over here that can give you an angle. In the very same manner. So if you just unscrew the bolts, there you have it. Now there is an inner side of this pouch, and you can see that the retention device is done by these 2 loops. Okay, they have been forced to get into just a little bit in. So if you have your mag pouch, let me see if you have a little bit of light. That's what gives it the retention. Now this part, you can have it out and you can replace that if your mag pouch is getting broken or damaged or whatever. Okay, so this side it can be disassembled and you'll just take it out. Now let's replace with the paddle. You just place the paddle from above, take your 4 screws, and just for demonstration I'm gonna place 3 of them, but you get the message. First and the other 2. And again, you can give it an angle that you like, up to 30 degrees if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the back says pedal features a secure 35-degree angle adjustment option. So there you go, you have it. I do use single mag pouches when I carry a pistol and have two of the most popular options with the paddle, which comes from Fabus. So if you need to get it ready to go and you know that you're gonna take in or out a single mag pouch and you need it fast to be on your belt or out of your belt, if let's say your work requires it, or you're going to the range and you don't want to mess with the belt and the loops, etc., etc., so the paddle may be a good solution. But this pouch will accept CZ 18 rounder pretty easily in and out. I don't believe that's a good retention because the mag just goes in and out. The 18 rounder, pretty much the same. The Tanfolio gets in tight. You see how tight it is? I can't shake it down, while 18 rounder I can. And Tanfolio I cannot. Okay, so this one fits better and tight in better, while this one, okay, now it doesn't. Okay, but sometimes it does and it just doesn't make me safe. Elder magazines are in tight and no way you can take them out easily. Megger is the same. So you just may have an issue with some of the magazine and tightness. And again, you can't adjust that, right? So you can adjust the famous blade tack. It has 2 layers right over here, and against them the magazine rubs itself. Unfortunately, there are some magazines that are just narrow enough to be unsecure in, and but again, you can adjust the screws and tighten the magazine pouch as you like. That's a good thing. With Scorpus, you don't need to tighten any screws, you just have adjustment knob right over here. And that adjustment knob is genius, if you ask me my opinion. Now Scorpus also have those 2 narrow cuts. For those of you that are in a desert, like we have some desert in Israel, and all the dust and sand will just go in, okay, and get out, just like so, okay, which is also a good thing. But nevertheless, you should not discard and not clean the pouches or the magazine itself, so it's just a feature. Another thing is that it is well rigged. I mean, I can feel the quality of the product right over here. Fabus has a good plastic, but it's not as good as Scorpus. I mean, I can feel that the plastic is much harder. And the blade tack is a blade tack. Blade tack is 100% good plastic. I mean, it's a blade tack. Okay, so nothing to say there. That's it, guys. So just to summarize it, 5 different magazines, 5 different lengths, and Scorpus received them okay. Not a single dummy round has been ejected, I mean, from all the ins and outs, so that's a good thing. Has 2 solutions for a belt, either by a paddle or by a belt loop, which is totally cool. You got yourself an adjustment angle, which is also great. And of course the belt size. The belt size, you can adjust it by those 2 screws that I showed you. So if your belt is 1.5 inch or 1.75 inch, you can play it as you like. That's it, relatively easy. You just need 1 screwdriver and you're all set. Quality is okay. I've been carrying this for like a week or 2, and Nothing to say except for the good things. So that's it for today. Have a good one. And take it easy.